Good morning. This is a video morning brief of the U.S. grain markets Wednesday, April 2nd, 8:54 a.m. Eastern Time. And Rich pause for critical point. Okay, tricky situation. One, we can have a level 4 bottom as of yesterday, and this is the daily corn. It's the May corn right at the moment. Trade below 454 today could possibly be a trap for people who are bearish, that it would actually turn up anyways for a level 4 and be bullish tomorrow. Okay? But on the other hand, the model's saying, gosh, yesterday's low ought to have been a level 4 bottom. So it might go lower into tomorrow, and the next day there would be a level 4 blip up, but it would be a small one, that it would be something larger to the downside. A little bit tricky how to handle the level 4s right now. What's the best stance? Looking out tomorrow, next day it's probably going to be up, but how low is it really going today? Today we got April 2nd tariffs that could scare people here, cause a lot of complications and problems. We just don't know for sure how things are going to work. I can see the commodities shrugging it off, not paying much attention to it. It's really more of a economy and stock market and bond market kind of issue. It doesn't even seem to be that important to the dollar. Okay. Bitcoin's doing some crazy things in oil, but at any rate, it has pulled back to the 5-day average. It's acting a bit bullish here, giving us some evidence that we're right. This is a level 3 up move, and the model's saying it actually ought to be higher into Friday, if not into next week, and actually prefer next week. So they may decide that even if this tariff thing goes through today, even if the stock market doesn't like it, the coin market may say it's going to take a while before we get any negative fallout of all that. We'll go on about our own business, and the market may still go higher. Now I get a gold star. The model gets a gold star for the minimum upside target for price, and then it goes all the way up to about the 478 mark. I don't think for this level 3 it's going above 470. But I do think, timing-wise, though, it ought to come back towards that minimum. It ought to try to take out yesterday's high at 465, okay? And then we get a level 3 top and pull it back for a level 3 bottom. With any luck at all, this level 3 bottom was a level 2, which means they're only going to pull back part of the way, and the next level 3 will take a higher. You're going to see zigzags higher this month for a level 2 upswing, and hopefully, even though I say it's going to be down in May and give us some problems in May, hopefully what's really going on is somehow, some way it's actually working higher into July, and we get a little bit of a crop problem, and we get a little more bullish than this. But there's headwinds, there's things that can go wrong that we have to watch out for. All right, I would say trade over the overnight high of 460 and 3/4, a sign the level 4 swing has turned up. Okay, so hopefully that'll give you a little helpful information there. Let's go to the wheat market. The daily indicator, by the way, on corn is kind of stuck between mid-range and overbought, and I'll just say it's, for the moment, acting bullish. All right, here's the weird thing with wheat. I feel as though wheat ought to go higher in the next week, maybe the following week, and it might have put in also level 2 bottom, and it ought to go higher for this month even. But we have to be cautious. That can be a level 3 top. This could be a sale for level 3 traders for wheat, okay? And it doesn't have to work for us on those larger trends being up this month either. And even if it did, it could be all the way back down by May for still larger trends. All right, it's a bit slippery here. I can't really be all that bearish on wheat, but I really can't be all that bullish either. I want to tend to favor a little bit of support here, a little bit of upside for wheat. Now, the wheat market, it did take out yesterday's low. It had a similar pattern as corn, so that might be bearish into tomorrow, the next day. Unfortunately, I was saying this can be the latest allowed for a level 4 bottom. So best I can tell you is I would say it's just down, down, down to be safe, down into next week. Call a level 3 top in place, call a level 4 top in place. But if it trades above yesterday's high at 542 and 3/4, that's a sign of a level 4 upswing. And if it takes out the yesterday's high at 544, that's a sign of extending the level 3 uptrend, but it's running out of time. In theory, it can go higher into next week, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I allow for that. We need to boo that. And that makes a little more sense to me now that I look at my notes. Sorry about that. I almost didn't catch that wasn't drawn correctly. I think the wheat would like to go a little higher here. Maybe that helps support the corn forecast. There's a chance to work a little higher. And this indicator is actually acting bullish enough to consider there's a chance for lingering near-term upside momentum. So I would give it a chance for a level 4 bottom today. I just got to warn you, it's kind of iffy, and that there's some outside market things such as this tariff stuff today that could upset the market for some reason or another, okay? I'm going to give it a chance to bounce a bit more here, frankly. I think it should bounce this month even, and then have some problems in May, and then be up June, July, right along with corn and soybeans, all right? But I don't know how much to trust this wheat market. I can see by May, wheat's actually a new low for the year because we got the first crop harvest pressure and we didn't rally it enough to provide a cushion, and we didn't have any dramatic increase in demand or other supply issues, say, around the world. Those are the things we have to consider. Lots of headwinds, but at the same time, there's still that chance for these markets to be higher in summer. All right, here's the soybean market, which really woke up and changed, and we've got a revision. We have to put that back where we had it, over there. We got to put this back where we want to give it into next week. So there's Thursday, Friday, Monday. We want to put that like that, okay? We still have to look for a level 3 pullback, however, okay? So I think it's going up in the next week, down next week. All right, now I need to stop and double check my notes here of model output for targets. Okay, it's possible this is going to stall into next week for level 3 and not go any higher. It's already met some of the minimum new targets just made. Didn't have time to warn you of it. It could swing on up to about 1043. That's all I see. But using the critical point, it got caught up into this volatility in here that makes it forecast even higher, and that's not really making the fundamental business cycle sense I would like. But we may be in a technical moment where the technical traders make a bigger deal out of this than the commercial traders. So what we have is we must consider 1046 to 1055 May soybeans, okay? Now, unfortunately, this is overbought, so this is working against our idea of higher into next week, and this is why I want to consider, we've already seen some of the best of upside as well. Got to look at some alternatives here, because this can roll over. It's trying to go on a sell signal now. But the model suggesting that was a level 4 top. That cannot be a level 4 top. The level 4 top is due today, tomorrow. This ought to bounce more today. They've sold it this morning. Now they're going to bounce it. I don't know if they're going to get nervous over the stock market if it crashes. I don't know, because you got the hedge fund traders, not necessarily CTAs, but they can use soybeans as part of their economic trading with their stock market. Right at the moment, though, I would say I want to be friendly soybeans. There's more upside coming here. And unfortunately, if it trades below the current low of today at 1027.25, that's meaningless to the model. It would not say, oh, there's something wrong. This is a level 3 top either. I'd have to have 1020 or lower to tell me there's something wrong with the idea there's still higher to come in soybeans. So hopefully that makes some sense and some help to you. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. Have a great day. Thank you.